Hey there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. I had a request to make a stationery set. I made one for one of my friends last year for Christmas and posted it on my blog after the holiday. And then I got these really cool templates from Green Sneakers, this portfolio template. There's a little portfolio made, and I thought, boy, that'd be a really great way to house a little stationery set for a gift. And with Christmas coming up, it's great to have little gifts like this around the house to hand out as presents or to sell at craft fairs. And I've got a really special surprise. I'm going to be giving away some Green Sneakers templates on my blog, thefrugalcrafter.wordpress.com. You can find the link below the video, and also you're going to find a coupon code where you can save 20% on your entire purchases for a limited time. So let's get to it. Let's go to the table. Let's get the stationery set made, and hopefully we'll do it in less than 20 minutes. So it'll be a perfect quick present that you can make this holiday season. Let's get to it. So, like, full disclosure, this is my third start at this video tutorial. I actually got quite a ways into the last one, and I realized, no, it's just not working. Oh, don't you hate it when that happens? All right, so I have put my template on my paper, and I'm using an embossed pattern by Coordinations. They're really, it's really fun paper to work with, and I won it in a contest, so I realized that I had it and I hadn't really used it for much, and it's going to save me a little time having all of that detail already done, so I won't have to decorate the front cover. So basically, you just want to line your template up to the edges of your paper. It just, saves you from making extra cuts, and trace it. And then you want to take a stylus or some dull tool or back of a butter knife or something, and you're going to go and score on these score lines. Now, I have a score pal, but I find it's a little bit easier just to do it like this. That way I don't have to move it and line it up. I can keep my stylus right in that groove really easily. And I'm just working on a self-healing cutting mat. You could work on a squishier mat if you need a deeper score. Just be careful that you don't poke through your paper if you are working on a squishy mat. I'm just working on my sewing mat here that my general purpose crafty mat. I think I did that one already, but it doesn't hurt to do it twice, I guess. It's not going to harm anything. All right, that's gonna be good. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take a little peeky under there, make sure I really did score everything, and I'm not just hallucinating. All right, that looks good. Now I'm going to cut this out. Just simply, you can use scissors, you can use a paper cutter, whatever you want. In fact, I think I'm going to pause the camera while I do this because it's probably not that interesting to watch. So I want to cut this out, and I'll be right back, and we'll move on from there. Alright, I cut out the template, and I also traced the inner parts here on a piece of pretty damask teal, kind of aqua and brown damask paper, so I'd have that for a liner. Now what I want to do is pre-fold all my score lines. Oh wait, before I do that, actually, this paper is kind of cool. It's the core is a different color, so I want to sand that, give it kind of a weathered old book type look. It's really going to play well with the vintage vibe that I'm going to have going for this project. You could distress any cardstock, you can emboss it beforehand or just sand it and it will give you a neat look. But that particular paper is Coordinations. It's the basic gray embossed Coordinations. I do know that Joann Fabrics, at least ours, in the paper crafting department, they have the Coordinations by the sheet, and often they go on sale for like 5 sheets for $1. It's a great time to stock up because it's a really nice cardstock, and they have lots of different finishes. And like you could see in this one, the core is pink and the outside layer is brown, so you can actually, I could sand it down to the pink if I wanted to get it a little bit, if I wanted that pink to show through a little bit more. But I'm kind of worried about the structure of the portfolio. I don't want to make it I don't want to sand it and weaken the paper too much. I just want to give it a little bit of a weathered detail, a little distressing there. All right, now I'm going to glue these flaps in, and I'm going to use my brand new ATG gun that YouTube viewer Val sent me. Hey, this is such an awesome little tool. I'm still getting the hang of it, so I'm not going to be as slick at using it as probably every other crafter on YouTube, but got to start somewhere. At least I think it's kind of good though, because if you have one and you're new to it, then sometimes you think you're doing it wrong. If everybody else looks like they're having such an easy time at it, it's nice to know that we're all beginners at one point, you know. I'm running this all the way down because I know I'm going to need adhesive there, so save myself the step later. And let's do this all in one strip there too. Ooh, I'm sticking this to my hands. Oh, I'm gonna be sticky by the end of this. Alrighty, look at that. We're cooking with fire. All right. Oh yeah, baby, that looks good. Let's get that stuck down. So yeah, this is take 3 on this tutorial, which makes you think, oh my gosh, how bad was the other one? What the heck did I do here? Oh my gosh, I just don't mind that. Yeah, let's not go for take 4. Let's see if we can do this in one shot. Third time's a charm, they do say. That's a saying. An honest to goodness saying. I think I might be using this a little gratuitously. Gratuitous gluing here on the Frugal Crafter. That ought to hold, don't you think? Oh, good grief. I'm going to get a letter from ATG and they're going to say, would you please stop using our product because you're giving us a bad name. All right. Okay, look at that. I like it. Yes, I do. I'm going to fold this. How about you? There we go. Yes, yes, early Christmas presents. I've already done some of my Christmas shopping, I'm pleased to say. And I love making my presents because nowadays I tend to give a lot of gift cards, but I feel kind of cheesy, or I'll put like cash in an envelope, but I feel a little cheesy because it's like, well, I'm the world's worst gift picker outer, I have to admit. So at least if I make something that's fairly useful, and then I give them a gift card or some cash, I don't, you know, I know it's something they'll use. Everyone can use little notes to, you know, to send to friends, and, you know, stationery or a new pair of earrings or something. But as far as shopping, I'm like the world's worst. I get the awful, then I get panicky, and then I, you know, buy something from the as seen on TV rack, and it's never a good scene. I'm such a horrible gift buyer. And my friends say, oh no, Lindsay, your gifts are great. Yeah, right. Say that when you're getting a magic slushie or something like that. All right, so there's our, oh, this is adorable. There's our little portfolio. Now we need to make some envelopes to go with this. So we're gonna grab our handy dandy Create-A-Lope maker. So that's what this looks like right here, the Create-A-Lope. I love this thing. I've had this for probably about 10 years. This is my first green sneakers thing, and I'm using some pattern paper. And I like the pattern paper by My Mind's Eye because it tends to tear better. It die cuts awful. If you try to use it, it punches terribly, but it tears really well. So I love the patterns, and I love those cheap pads. And I'm talking about the cheap pads, stacks of paper, not the open stock paper. That's probably a little bit better. But when you buy the cheap pads, they tear really well. They don't die cut in like your silhouette or whatever very well, but tearing is excellent on that. I think it's because it's a short fibered paper. So then I just replace my little window in there and fold up the sides. It's very simple. This is one of those like kind of no-brainer. If you're not feeling very inspired, you can sit in front of the TV, watch a marathon of Doctor Who, and just make envelopes. Good times, baby, good times. Alrighty, now let's get that little glue gun guy over here again. Oh gosh, I don't know. My glue gun is gonna get jealous. I really think, my hot glue gun. There we go. There's our little envelope. I'll probably include some little stickers to go in there. And yeah, I'll make some more of these, but I'll do that. I'll pause the camera to make the rest of those envelopes, and we'll slide them in there. Okay, so that's done. Move that one over there. So what I did was I cut 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11 inch craft cardstock in half. And I'm folding them in half. I'm telling you what, remedial crafting here. That's going to give us 4 card bases. You might want to score it before you fold it, but this folds really well. It's just some inexpensive craft cardstock, and that's going to go in front of the envelopes on that same side. I think I'll put them right in there together. And I could have actually gone with a bigger envelope, but I wanted to do the A2 size because I think it's a lot more affordable for people to make. All right, so now we're going to get kind of some fun techniques here. We're going to, let's get the stamping done first because I don't want to get the backs of those all cruddy. So what I did was I die cut some little medallion shapes out of some smooth cream cardstock. And typically I don't like to stamp with distress inks, but I actually like them in this case because they work really well to give us the vintage look that this project requires. So I'm doing a little wild honey action, and then we got a little peel paint on one side, and gonna do a little bit of something, broken glass, tumbled china, I don't know, what the heck is that? Porcelain, broken china. Oh, then Tim Holtz is gonna call me and say, please don't use my products. We do a couple thank yous, and basically what we're making here is a do-it-yourself stationery kit, so that when somebody has to make a card, they could just kind of make it as they go. Now I really like that. I think that's, well, it's not stamped very straight, but yeah, I like the way that looks. All right, so we're gonna do that again. You start with your lighter color, which is the yellow, the wild honey. Rock a little bit of rock and roll, baby. Rock a little of that on the side. Rock a little of this on the other side. All right. And try to line it up a little bit better than last time. But you know what? It's handmade. It's not supposed to look perfect. That's what I say. Whew, I like that one even better. All right, I'll do a couple happy birthdays, because you know what? Thank you and happy birthday. Those are my most popular cards that I send out. We're going to do the same exact technique. I probably could have paused it, because it was terribly interesting. Listen to me gab and stamp stuff. There we go. There's a one. Happy birthday. Pretty, pretty. We'll do one more. Second verse, same as first. I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am. Oh, I got married to the woman next door. She's been married 7 times before. Oh yes, Herman's Hermits and Doctor Who, all in one episode, folks. There we go. Where else on YouTube are you gonna find that? All right, so those are our little things, our little sentiments. Now let's try to fancy that up a little bit and grab a little sponge. Let me see here. Here we go, my fancy blending tools, which are a bottle cap with a cosmetic wedge glued inside. I'm telling you, I'm wicked classy. Wicked classy with my art supplies. We're gonna do a little bit of inking on the edge here. And you know what? You can do it smoothly. I'm just trying to get this done. Actually, boy, I'm doing a really poor job at this inking, but you know, it's vintage, it's distressed. I really want it to look that way. My artistic license. Being artsy and fancy today. Yes, I do. There we go. I'm just giddy because I started my Christmas shopping. And it's Friday. Well, it's Friday when I'm recording. It probably will be Monday before you see this video. But, okay. Fancy ink applicator. Bye-bye. Alright, so we got those. And those will go in our portfolio. I'll just stick them right there for now. Look at that. Alright, now we're going to work on our background panels, which I embossed with the Sizzix Clockworks embossing folder. And this is a lot of fun because you get to get kind of messy and you get to use some media. And again, I like to start with my lightest color. Look at that, it's like magic. It's like, woo, there's pattern there. It's like a magic paintbrush type of thing. You ever get those when you were a kid? You'd have like the, it was like a coloring book, but there was like watercolor paint inside the paper, and then you'd paint over it with a clean brush, and you would have like a painting. I loved those. Oh, I love that color. Put this all together. Very, very nice. But I do say so myself. Look at that, make a mess of my mat, but you know what? Little simple green and a rag that'll clean right up. Yeah. How about that? You know, I could just leave it like that, but if I'm feeling ever so fancy, I'll take this metallic gel stick and I'll add some of that here and there. And I will blend it with a baby wipe from the dollar store. Went to the dollar store the other day. I was out of baby wipes. There, look at the color. Okay, I probably irritated everybody with a Maine accent. Probably about time to talk right again. Alright. You know, if you preferred the brighter colors, you don't have to do this. But this is going to have a really pretty metallic sheen. And it'll look all nice when we have it all layered together. All these different different textures and colors. You can go in with a little more color if you want. I like that blue an awful lot. That's kind of pretty. And if you're feeling ever so adventurous, you can ink the edges. Have fun with it. What are we at? Oh, 15 minutes and 31 seconds. Not doing too bad. I'm doing better. The first thing I was like still making the portfolio at 12 minutes, and I'm like, well, you know what? That's not gonna work. Nobody's gonna sit around and watch me cut paper for 15 minutes. I gotta move this along so people know that they can actually do this. They can actually create fine artwork in a minute. So I'm just gonna stack these up. Let them dry before you stick them in the portfolio though. And let's move along. See, multi-use. Take that baby wipe up your work surface. Wicked smart. Oh my. I worked so hard to get rid of my Maine accent as a child, and now I'm just, I'm bringing it back. Okay, so I'm going to use another Create-A-Lope template, this tiny one, because I die cut some embellishments ahead of time out of metallic paper. And I wanted to have a nice little envelope to store them in, because I figured that this project is really good to give people who love to send handmade greeting cards, but don't actually stamp themselves. So that way they can have the benefit of using, of having those materials without having to go out and buy anything, so they actually can make these beautiful handmade cards without owning any of the stamping supplies. So I think that's really cool, and it's a way to stretch your supplies a little further. So here, ooh, there we go. Just making this tiny 3x3 envelope with the 3x3 Create-A-Lope template. I recently got a bunch more sizes, and they're so fun. I just really like them. I make little envelopes for the kids, Scout dues money and for their lunch money, and they don't lose it because they're in fancy envelopes and they won't get lost in the backpack. That's so frustrating. You get a note. So-and-so has not handed in their lunch money. That's in their backpack. All right, so I die cut these little guys out of some metallic cardstock. And I thought they'd just be really cute little embellishments for handmade cards. So these are going to go in here. And you could actually put a few postage stamps in here too to finish off your little gift. Now I'm going to put this all together just so you can get an idea. I'll make the other envelopes, off camera. You don't really need to see that. So we've got our little panels there. We've got our stamped, whoops, I need to zoom out. You can't see anything. There we go. So in our little portfolio, we've got our little panels, we've got our card bases and envelopes, and we've got this full of our little embellishments, and we've also got our little sentiments. So say somebody wants to make their card, they take a card base, they put on the top layer, they put on one of these. I'll probably throw a little twine or ribbon in there, and as an embellishment they could just put on a gear or a key or what have you, and they can make their very own custom card whenever they need it. I think a little ribbon put in a little envelope would be a really nice touch. Well, that's it for me. So there, you can make this set in about 20 minutes and make a bunch of them up for this holiday season. I think you'll be glad to have these extra gifts on hand or for your craft fairs. Make sure you check out my blog, link is below, so you can have a chance to win some of these great green sneakers templates and save 20% on your orders up until November 21st, I believe. Please thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any more crazy crafting goodness. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.